Yeah, no, yeah. Don't,
Okay, you
just
guys
look at
aren't there.
me. Yeah, they don't exist. Okay, so I'll ask you what, so, if I can ask you once again, sorry.
Okay.
What brought you out here today?
I'm here to support our Oregon 11 senators that have walked out in protest for what's happened to HB 2020. That is going to be disastrous for Oregon, mostly timber people, agriculture people, and actually the common person. It's going to raise gas prices, it's going to raise propane prices. It's going to basically affect every aspect of their life.
So you not only come out here today, you started to GoFundMe.
I did.
Tell me about that.
That has, I have to say, I'm absolutely blown away by that. I started it because I knew the expenses that the senators were going to have because they were no longer going to be able to leave the state. And so I started just with a very small goal in mind to help them out. And within 24 hours, they raised over $20,000, and we're currently at $34,000 in 2 days. And I'm very excited about that. I can't believe the groundswell of support for the senators. The positive comments that are being made on the page for them. It's really exciting. It's something that I certainly never anticipated.
So the goal of the GoFundMe, right? I think it's $49,000, $500, $49,500
$49,500 is the goal, and that is simply the amount of the fines that are being unlawfully charged to the senators for not being here. I've not been able to find it anywhere in administrative rules or anything else where this is okay to do this, but the Senate chose to do it. Peter Cortland chose to do it. So it's basically to cover those fines because the senators, people think they're not doing their jobs. They actually are doing their jobs. They're doing exactly what I elected my senator, Fred Gerard, is my senator, and he's doing exactly what I elected him to do. He's
By not
standing
being
up for me. Yes, by not being here, he's standing up for me. And that's the comments that I'm seeing from everybody that's donating is, thank you, you're doing the job I elected you to do. So, it's going to pay those fines for them. And the money will get to them. People say that, supposedly the money's not going to get to them. No, trust me. I'm not a scammer. That's just not who I am. And people really know that. And it's going to get to them.
Have people are saying that the money's not going to get to them?
People are saying that they can't take GoFundMe, but there's things that they don't know that I'm working on behind the scenes that are not at liberty to say right now.
Okay.
And so the money's going to get to them.
So help me understand this, because I think, and we were talking about this just a moment ago, I think maybe for somebody who doesn't live in the state, like, right? Mm-hmm. But for an outsider, maybe, right, if we could say that, if I have a job, I got to do my job, and if I don't show up to work, I'm not doing my job. So how does it work that a senator not being here is doing their job? Tell me about that.
They're doing their job by representing me right now, and they're representing me by not being here. And if the Democrats wouldn't have reneged on their promises, the Republican senators would not have won. But they reneged on their promises. And so they had, it's just like Kate Brown in 2001 advocated exactly this same type of activity to walk because it was the only tool they had left in their chest. Guess what? It's the only one the Republicans have left. So they're doing exactly what Kate Brown advocated for in 2001.
Is that, so that tool, having that tool in your chest, right, which is a tool?
It's the only one they have. It's the only one they have left. They did try to negotiate in good faith, and she's making all these comments, which is, for me, it's irritating because she's got this stage that she's making all these comments that are just plain not always true. And she slants things a certain way, and I realize that's her job. She's the governor. She's going to do what she wants. But they're not always accurate. And so to say that, they're derelict of duty, or they should get back and do the work they were paid to do, guess what? I elected them to do that. They're standing up for me. So I'm okay with it.
There is a part that does sound very strange, though, that a senator not coming to work to represent the people that they were elected to represent, not being there, is doing their job. That's sort of strange to hear somebody say.
Well, you can spend it any way you want. I stand by what I said, and they are doing exactly what I elected them and am paying them to do.
If you could say something to the 11 senators who aren't here right now, what would you say?
Good job, guys. I stand behind you. Go read the GoFundMe page. There's tons of people that are supporting you. Thank you.
Were you surprised there were so many people that contributed to the GoFundMe?
Holy moly, yes. I figured maybe a couple $1,000.
Really?
Yeah, I just, and we were at a meeting Thursday night, and the total was 12,000. By the time I got home 2 hours later, it was 15,000. The next morning, it was 20,000, and we're now at 35,000. It was like, I'm blown away. I'm blown away by the amount of support. It's awesome.
What do you think it is that is leading so many people to not only get on Facebook and say, yeah, good job, senators, but to give money to the senators who are probably in some other state right now?
I think it's one way that they figure that they can help. I know, I'm a born and raised Oregonian, okay? I've lived here my whole life. And sometimes it feels like nobody pays attention to us. And I think this has given an avenue for people that want to have a say, want to do something. And this is a small way that they can do it, whether it's $5 or $10. It's a small way that they can say, hey, we support you. And so I think that's what happened. It's just, hey, I can't be in Salem. I live in Eastern Oregon. I can't be there to do these rallies, but I can give money and give my support to the senators.
Is it mostly Oregonians giving to the?
You know what? I don't know because all I get is the name, and so I don't know exactly where they live. Most of the comments have been, yay, they're doing exactly what I want them to do. They're doing exactly what I'd like them to do. So I think probably a lot of it is Oregonians.
You think there's people in the state too?
Oh, I know there is, because actually a friend of mine from Ohio, I saw her name on the list, like, oh my gosh, so when you have a network of friends that start sharing it all over, and especially people believe in what we're doing, so I'm sure that there are people from other parts of the United States who are doing it.
What do you think is the best case scenario for this whole situation?
The best case scenario, I would say.
One second. Thank you. I thought we could
Motorcycles, yeah.
settle it all. Okay. Hold on 1 second. All right. 2 seconds.
I think the best case. Okay.
I'm sorry. Well, good. Okay, so I'll just ask that again, just so we have the sound in the background. So, what do you think is the best case scenario for this whole situation?
I think the best case scenario would be if the Democrats say, okay guys, come on back. We are going to work with you. We're going to do these amendments that you requested. We're going to take the doggone emergency clause out of it, because that's one of the biggest sticking points, is they put these emergency clauses on things so the people of Oregon cannot vote on it. And that's really what's ticking a lot of people off, is we want to have a say. And so if you go back and look at the history over the last couple of legislatures, they attach emergency clauses to the most ridiculous things. And so that's another thing that's the sticking point with this, is the emergency clause. All the Republican senators want is let the Oregonians, let the people vote on it. Let them have a say. Seems fair.
Anything you want to ask me? Ask you a bunch of questions.
No, but I do want to call attention to my shirt here. Republicans who don't vote elect Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, we had people in Oregon that didn't like what our Republican candidates stood for in the last election, so they didn't vote. And they were advocating not voting. And guess what? That's why we got what we got. If we would have had a Republican candidate, we would not be suing the president. We would not be dealing with these bills that are being passed over everything. There'll be a whole lot of stuff that we are not dealing with if we would have a Republican governor right now. So it's unfortunate that people get to be one-issue voters, and I wish that they could take a look at the whole picture. The candidate was not my first choice, but he was my choice. And so I just have a hard time with that, people that would not vote Republican just because they did not care for maybe one issue that the candidate didn't stand for. Vote Republican.
Is that what it is for you? Just vote Republican.
Vote Republican.
In Oregon. Everywhere.
Everywhere, yes.
Amen.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I'd love to get a wide shot of like everyone on the.
Sure. Or do you want me to?
Pardon?
Yeah. So actually, I mean, if you don't mind, yeah.
That's
if you
perfect. Together.
Yeah. Go, if you can do that, yeah. Do your thing.
What are you doing?
So I actually have one question. I didn't get to the order, but when did you decide to set up a GoFundMe for the senators who are out there right now?
I actually, within about an hour and a half, 2 hours of hearing that they might possibly walk, is when I set it up. and I actually set up originally that they're going to need this money for expenses. If they don't walk, I will refund all this money. Then they did an update, they walked. Okay, so they're going to need this money. Then I did another update that they're now being imposed $500 a day fines. So we upped the goal of it so that we could pay those fines for them, so they did not have to pay 10 days at $500. You know, that's $5,000 a person. And with 11 senators, that adds up pretty quick.
So you just, as a private citizen, decided, you know what? They're going to need some money. Let me start a GoFundMe to help the senators who are leaving.
That's, yeah. Sometimes we just, you know, I've never done this before, but it just felt like the right thing to do.
Moved to do it.
I was moved to do it. The spirit moved me.
That is, I'm just imagining, you know, 'cause I'm sure there's lots of people who've seen something that they don't like or that bothers them, or they, hey, this is an injustice, or somebody should do something about this. And they don't start a GoFundMe. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's a lot of responsibility.
It is, and it is responsibility, and it's overwhelming. I've just really seriously been blown away by it. But, and like I said, I've never done that before, so I can't even tell you the impetus for me doing it. It was something that it was like, I've got to do this. And I've learned in my 70 plus years that you have to listen to that little voice. Because if you don't listen to that little voice, you're going to go back later. Oops, sorry.
That's all right. I've heard worse, trust me.
But I felt impressed to do it. And so I did.
Are y'all here?
Yeah.
Are you all here? You have anything you want to ask me?
Any questions, Darlene?
Thank you so much.
You did a great job, Carol.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank
Okay.
You. Thank you.
Well, I can't watch HBO, so send me a copy of it.
That's not a problem. So it will.
You can watch my live stream.
You can watch that. You can watch that.
Yeah, but I want to see what their edited version is like.
That-
HBO.
That's right.
getting
So
old.
you never know because things move around.
Should've worn my knee pads
but,
today.
Should be midweek is what we're aiming for. So it should
In
be
what
midweek.
program?
I'm sorry.
Next week, right?
This coming week. That's right.
What is it called?
And so it's called Vice News Tonight on HBO. The show is called Vice News Tonight. It's a nightly news program. Yeah, VICE News Tonight, and it's on HBO.
Are you at night dates on, or you?
I'm sorry.